It's the news we've all been waiting for. When is the Grand Tour going to drop a trailer? How long until the next episode? Is there going to be another episode of Series 4? Well, to be honest, today is the day that it's announced that the Grand Tour will drop another trailer tomorrow, November 18th, 2020, for the second episode in Series 4. The details of this article are down in the description below if you would like to read it. So, earlier this evening, the Grand Tour Twitter account announced in a very cryptic photo that they would be dropping a trailer for what is known as the Madagascar special, the hotly anticipated second episode to Series 4. Trailer will be dropped tomorrow on the Grand Tour Twitter account, the Grand Tour YouTube channel, and presumably the Prime Video social channels, as well as the video streaming servers whenever a release date is announced in there. Now, usually with a trailer drop, you get exclusive shots of the episode to show where they are and to set the scene, a release date for when you can expect the special to air on Prime Video, and a few other bits and pieces here and there. Let me see. So you can... the trailer will also possibly tell us how long the episode itself will be. Prime Video is available exclusively to Prime Video customers. Yeah, so this is fairly exciting news, and pretty much for the entire Grand Tour community, since I suppose Amazon and the Grand Tour trio have been largely, well, open-minded and sometimes speculative and quiet around the release date of the next special. Because earlier in the year, Jeremy, James and Richard did a charity live stream and basically said, if you want to know when the next episode is out, don't ask us, ask Amazon. And so after many Twitter storms of when is the next episode out, when can we expect the next episode, will there be another episode, Amazon have finally given us an answer and have basically said that a new trailer will be dropping tomorrow on the 18th of November. Now, this release date of the new trailer kind of, I suppose, is of some sort of significance, because if you remember, back in 2016 when the Amazon show was first announced, Series 1 was dropped on the 18th of November, with a Series 1 trailer dropping on the 6th of October that same year. So there could be some sort of parallel between the release of the trailer for the Madagascar special and the release of Series 1 back in 2016, but that's just a common, or a theory that I came up with, and purely speculative, obviously. You can expect an air date in the trailer, as I said. The episode length is possibly going to be somewhere in the trailer description, and if you like, you can view the previous Series 4 special, Seaman, up in the info card above and down in the description. As I said at the beginning of the video, all details relevant to the video will be left in the description below. Info cards and that with other information will be popping up. And just before I leave, I have a podcast out available on Spotify and iTunes, of which I will leave links to below as well. It's the House of Cards podcast. As you may remember, earlier this year I released episodes to my YouTube channel, Um, those videos of that series will remain there for the foreseeable future, while also publishing um, podcast episodes to iTunes and Spotify over the next um, month or so, or however long I decide to continue on the series. In that podcast, I talk about Top Gear, the Grand Tour, entertainment news, some recent developments on general politics. Talk about COVID. It's not heavily pushed towards the COVID vaccine, because I know that listening to it on TV, radio, and newspapers can be a bit kind of in your face sometimes. So I kind of tend to steer away from that most of the time in the podcast. But the general gist of the podcast is automotive entertainment, and just general talking about motoring issues and the automotive industry. Um, so if you want to give that a listen, you can do so by visiting the links on Spotify and iTunes. And I have to mention as well that the podcast is completely and totally free. So there's no payment towards it or anything, so you don't have to pay for it like everything else. In the podcast, they're free anyway. So, and Spotify is free, and you don't need a subscription to view the podcast on Spotify, because they're available free also. But that just about does it for this Grand Tour video. I'll be back in a couple of weeks' time with more Grand Tour news. And if you like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Like the video and share the video on social platforms, Twitter, Facebook, whatever platform you're on. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.